Mother B Show is a fun and informative lifestyle program that promotes positivity and good vibes.
Welcome, welcome. Good morning, everyone. Yes, today is Tuesday. Thank God it's Tuesday. It's September 13, 2022. Yes, yo. Thank you so much. If you're looking for Mother B yesterday, I was sleeping. Okay, I did not did a live stream yesterday because I really felt sleepy. I felt sleepy yesterday. You know what? My topic is supposed to be brain. What do you call this? I'm supposed to talk about yesterday on. This is the good thing about Mother B show because everything is spontaneous. There's no script. I only read some prompt on articles about what I talk about. But again, yesterday was supposed to be Brain Health Monday. But then again, I was actually in the grocery in the morning, and I did a little bit of thrift shop shopping. Okay, what? Tongue twister. Thrift shop shopping. Okay, and then I found one of my favorite authors. It's Dr. Daniel G. Amen. So medyo naging because his book is green, so you won't notice it much. But yes, so I found this book. Suppose original price is $28, but now I bought it for just $2, less 25%. $2 less 25%. How much is that? So it's just $1.75. But this book is very good. So it reminded me that I have to talk about Brain Health Monday yesterday because use your brain to change your age. Wow. Do you believe that? Use your brain to change your age. Okay. Oh my gosh. So this will be a back-to-back show. I will make bawi because I wasn't able to do a live stream yesterday. Why? Why Mother B? Later on, I will talk about. But for the meantime, to our new viewers, to our new sharers, we already have a viewer on the line. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So whoever you are, please let me know. Identify. Magpa-attendance na. So I can shout you out, of course. And again, it's a Tuesday. Thank you. And today is Believe Tuesday. But before anything else, I'd like to share to you a little bit of the story about why Mother B is the Mother B show and why do I do what I do. Stay tuned for a minute and let's go back and talk about goodbye. Yes, for good vibes only. Welcome. Oh, it's around 9:48 in the morning here in the coastal city, the sparkling what? Mother, are you with us, Mother B? I'm broadcasting in the coastal band of South Texas. Yes. Nasa dulo na po kami ng Texas. If you're looking at the map of the US, we are facing the sea already. Okay? So we're almost there. So we're almost if you turn if I'm looking at the sea from my point of view, if you turn left, you're gonna go to California. If you turn right, you're gonna go to New York. So, or Florida. So, hi, shout out to Papa Ray Papa Ray, thank you for coming into the Mother B Show at Bigo Live. By the way, we are multi-streaming in Bigo Live, in YouTube, and in Facebook, of course. Okay? Okay, so we have comments already. Oh my gosh, Marcy Palawan, thank you. Good day, good evening there back in the Philippines. In the Philippines, it's already 10:49. Okay, almost sleeping time na ang mga friendship at family natin, especially Marcy. Marcy, okay na ba? Okay na? Thank you. Oh my gosh, Leia Europa. Oh my gosh, my Suki, my ever-loving Suki, and the greenery queen, the green queen of Butuan City. Yes, because she's her business. She's an entrepreneur, a green entrepreneur, because she sells ornamental and all these beautiful plants in Butuan City via Facebook. Oh my gosh, mas marami ka pang viewers sa akin, dear. Marami bang benta? Thumbs up. Okay. Yes, done sharing sa Butuan Groups, Mother B. Thank you so much, Leia Europa. Okay. Talagang mga Leia magaganda, no? Alright. Okay, Marcy said, thank you so much. And to our beloved sponsor, I already received it. Yay! Yay! Please pray for me from CSU for our board exam next week. Of course! Amen na yan. That you're gonna pass the board exam with flying colors by God's grace. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you sa SYM. Okay, so I'm facing two cameras right now, but I'm also speaking to our audience in Bigo Live. Yes. So why, Mother B, were you absent yesterday? Of course, parang school lang to, di ba? Minsan naa-absent tayo. Again, I'm supposed to talk about brain and mental health yesterday. Brain health, but then I found this book, okay? I found this book on Use Your Brain to Change Your Age. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna read this book because I'm gonna share it to you next week. And it's just a little bit of a teaser. A healthy brain is the key to staying vibrant and alive for a long time. Okay, remember, we need to have a healthy brain to keep us staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Meron talaga mga sidekick na teaser si Mother B na pangkanta-kanta. Staying vibrant and alive for a long time. So we need to be alive. Love will keep us alive. Okay? And yes, we have to use Your Brain to Change Your Age. It's a best-selling author and brain expert, Dr. Daniel J. Amen, shares 10 simple steps to boost your brain to help you live longer. This book. To boost, di ba? Boost, di ba? Alam na natin yung boost, di ba? Kagaya ng booster sa COVID vaccine. Enhance, okay? To help you live longer, look younger. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look younger and dramatically. Talagang may word na dramatically decrease your risk for Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, I need it because I have some memory issues. Yes, so we tend to forget sometimes, especially when it comes to debts. Ang mga tao, natural na makakalimutin, no? Basta bayaran na sa utang ang pag-uusapan. So to our Bigo Live audience, again, Mother B is speaking in different language. You find me speaking very foreign, but yes, that's part of the show. If you have issues with translation, just approach me and ask me what am I talking about, or you just read the signs. Just see me smile because this is all about good vibes, okay? This is all about good vibes here. Okay? So, this is a talk show again. This is a talk show, and of course, today is Believe Tuesday. So, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to talk about? Because most of the things that I talk about here in the Mother B Show is the things that I read about. Okay? Before I talk about, I read about. Don't share if you did not read, or we can read it together. Like in the school, right? When you are in school, usually the teacher will say, okay, class, read this aloud. Use your brain to change your age. We read it together. So since I don't have a classroom yet, because I'm done with my teaching job last semester, so again I teach hospitality and tourism. Now the latest class that I did was for a university back home. Shout out to our Father Saturnino Orius University uh, students, and of course our fellow faculty. And yes, it's all about heritage. What was my class then? See, may issue na nga memory. Si teacher, it's a culture and heritage tourism with cultural and heritage tourism with an element of tour guiding. Yes. Yes, because Mother B is a tour guide for more than a decade already. Okay, we have another commenter on the line. Yes, we have, oh my gosh, speaking of student, hello, Ma'am Leia, pa-shout out po, have a nice day ahead. Oh my gosh, Richmond Maceda Haka is one of my students. A major? Is one of my students last semester. Di ba, Richmond? Paki-comment naman kung totoo na ikaw ay naging estudyante ko, baka sabihin nila, joke lang. And he's one of the most industrious students that I had. Okay, so thank you so much, Richmond. At okay ba, how's your school right now? So nag-message siya, yes po ma'am. Oh, di ba? So attendance check. And just last week, I shared to shout out to our friends from Sinton High School here. I shared about the story of SYM, Speak Your Mind, di ba? When you're here to speak your mind, I will listen. That's my favorite mantra in school when I do my class because, you know, nowadays it's kind of challenging for teachers or even educators or learners to, especially during the remote class, during the class instruction, to monitor what your students are doing because you can see them. And there was a time that you cannot even see their face because they have to turn off the camera because you're online. So you don't know what they're doing. They might be washing dishes or doing something aside from looking at you. Or you don't even know if the parents are the one listening to you instead of the students already. So it's kind of challenging how, as an educator, me as an educator will monitor the progress of the learning of my students. So I have this system that I designed in class. It's called the Speak Your Mind, right? Okay. Sabi niya, oh, okay lang po ma'am, we're having our OJT here. Oh, that's good. That's good, Richmond. So what are you doing? Out of the job training? Joke. On the job training, not out of the job training, Mother B. Oy, ano ka naman? Okay. Mother B is doing the out of the job training. Because I'm not teaching, but again, I have a global platform. I have a global classroom. Yay! Right now in Bigo Live, I have 72 students with me. And I don't know how many will be watching in YouTube and Facebook. I will know it later, but we have viewers already. Okay? So, yes, thank you so much. And our talk today is this. Oh my gosh, where's my banner today? Let me see my talk today. Oh yes, our talk today is Believe Tuesday. Its episode is Believe Tuesday. Culture, spirituality, and mental health. Oh my gosh, like last week, I was also, reflecting because I'm a professional storyteller. I tell stories, but I'm let's say a professional marites. My kumare, the godmother connection. My kumare AF BFF Ayen Ocampo, shout out to you from Baclayon, Bohol. She mentioned, ito na si Marites, mag-share na ng information. Marites is Mari ano ang latest. Yeah, it's no difference. If you go out in the street, if you go out in your neighborhood and you're gonna share something, yeah, either good or bad, it's still information. So Mari anong latest, right? But this is the Marites in the classroom. Ibang level ng pagka-Marites si Mother B. Mother B test. Oh my gosh, yes. So Yeah, that's what I do, and of course, we usually talk about mental health, mental and brain health. On a serious note, yes, we do that. Why do I do what I do? Because there's a lot of things going on around, and especially on the stigma, the negative impact or the negative mindset about having mental health issues, or just in particular mental health awareness. We need to be aware. We need to be informed, educated on what is that, especially after the pandemic. We're not even after the pandemic. We're still in the pandemic times. Yes. It's not yet lifted. Hello. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It feels like Educators Day today. Watching from Canada. Yay! Happy birthday to you. So, Tita Zen. So we will Tita Zen, would you like to come into my show now and let's chat? Sabi, ay, hindi pa ako nag-prepare. Tita Zen is also an educator. Katatapos lang niya ng kanyang ano nga ba yung paper mo, Tita Zen? Thank you, Tita Zen from Vancouver, Canada, and she also have her own business there, daycare back in Canada. So, anak ko ha, multi-awardee yan ha. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, Phil Canadian. OMG, thank you so much. Yes, the whole world is celebrating. Let's celebrate the birthday of Tita Zenny. Tita Zen. Yay! Oh, that still doing her thesis. I-guess mo ako pag meron kang defense. Okay? Joke. Gusto mo na intermission number? Thank you, Tita Sen. I'm not prepared daw sa live. Okay lang yan. Alam ko naman. So, kailangan meron tayong talagang dedicated show, special weekend, and we'll talk about life in US, Canada, and, Filipinos here, di ba? Online natin. Gora. So, yes. So, natawa naman ako sa I'm cleaning right now. Oh, di ba? That's the good thing of this awardee multiverse, para tayong metaverse sa Facebook. Yan ang kagandahan. You're an educator and you are multitasker, and we serve the community at the same time, right? So, yay! Thank you for being part of the show, Tita Zen, and hope we could have a show with you soon, okay? So yes, thank you so much, and we are broadcasting around the globe. Just a while ago, I just had a talk with new friends from Florida. Si Papa Ray. I guess Papa Ray is also Hispanic, no? And then last week, I had a chat from people from Pakistan. O, diba? Bongacious. And the other week, meron naman akong follower from Africa. Bongga. Ghana, Africa. O, imagine. So, siguro makarating na rin si Mother B sa Antarctica. Para ang costume ko na Eskimo. Okay? Wow! Pakistan. Yes. Meron na akong mga friendship from Pakistan. Oh my gosh. So, it's so nice, no? It's so nice to be in this kind of platform wherein instead of spending so much time, because normally a person, an adult, spends around 6 to more than 8 hours of exposing ourselves to the internet or even social media. Actually, it's part of what's going on. And worse, mas mahaba pa yung we have longer exposure to gadgets, to computers, to laptops, more than our sleeping time. Yeah. Wow, Africa, sabi daw ni diba? Hello, Africa. Hello, Africa. Woo! Hello, Africa. Hello, Africa. Woo! O, diba? Matching talaga yung mga team song ngayon. Anyway, yes, so it turns out that we humans during this period of time in history, we spend more time in facing gadgets, being exposed to the internet more than our sleeping time. Yes, that's why yesterday it was a hard decision for me to think of, I don't feel good. My blood pressure is rising, and I did a lot of things today. I'm so tired. Do I need to do a live stream at night? Because last week I did nighttime live stream. So night shift si Mother B last week. Ngayon, morning shift naman. Right? So, iba-iba lang time, as long as I could meet my, my 1 hour, at least more than an hour in my daily show. And an agency contracted talent, so I have to deliver at least 30 hours a month for Bigo Live. O, diba? So, it's flexible, but I have to meet the target. Kasi nga, pumirma tayo as talent, charos. Pangatawanan, di ba? Parang booking lang yan nung tayo ay nagtutour guide. Kasi when I was a tour guide, oh my gosh, pag sinabing call time, call time. But yesterday, talagang nagprimadonna si Mother B because I realized what's more important to me. To meet my sleeping allocate. Ano, ba't may langaw? Supply, don't bother me. May langaw. Ano itong langaw nakikijoin sa live stream ko? Ano ba yan? No, I've got flies flying. What's happening? Anyway, I cannot go out because either flies will run after you or the big mosquitoes here in Texas. Everything is big here in Texas. Don't you know? Yes, sure. It is true. Screen time seems to steal our life. Oh, Meji, I'm a victim of that. Nako, Tita Zenny, hindi ka nag-iisa. Welcome to the club. So yesterday, I realized because a few days ago, I was like, having less sleeping time hours, and my brain is not functioning much because, sometimes mag-short circuit talaga. So, like, even if you like doing it, sabi nga, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Or the flesh is willing, but the spirit is weak. Whichever. Okay, but yesterday was the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak. So my body is like, no, don't do that. You're gonna be doing it again. You're gonna be having less sleeping hours, and that's not good for you, for your brain. At saka, ironically, my topic is supposed to be brain health. Right? So, by the way, this show is real. This is real. Real talk. Real talk ito ha. Walang keme, walang chika, walang chubanesnes ever. Okay? I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to myself. So, it's a Be Real show. Be real, be you. So, how can I be a good example if I will pretend that I'm okay? I will pretend that we have to take care of our brain, and ako mismo nag-a-abuse sa aking brain. So, I was like having a conversation with myself. Okay, what are we going to do? What's the best thing to do, Mother B? Sleep! And so I did. I sleep before 9 o'clock. So, I met my 8-hour goal. Okay, but sometimes this alarm clock of ours will wake up earlier than 8 hours. But I decided, no, I don't want to wake up at this time yet. I'm going to wake up at the exact 8-hour period. Yay! And I did. So, it's not a good example if you're talking about brain health. And hello, Jose. I'm doing a live show talking about brain and mental health. So, may pumapasok na caller on the line sa kabilang linya ko. Hi! So, iba kasi nagpaparamdam at may gusto kumausap kay Mother B sa Bigo Live. So, yes. So, how are you, Jose? How are you? Why are you covering do you have a lockdown there? You're covering your face with a mask? So, kung dito in YouTube and Facebook, we have a commenter. We also have a caller live here in Bigo Live. Thank you for coming, Jose. Hi. So, yeah, continue to watch, okay? Where are you coming from? Where are you calling from? You're calling from somewhere?
Yeah, but I don't need you listen to me. You don't need to talk to me like that because I don't like somebody when they follow me need to feel my like or something. So sometimes somebody is bring me part time. And I'm job before. I'm looking for everywhere for job.
You're looking for a job.
good time. The first time and listen on my phone or I don't know, I
Okay.
screen shot.
You don't want people to talk to you?
No.
Oh,
So when I gotta go somewhere or looking for a job and talk to the boss or something, the people go first and talk to share with me, talk to me, person.
yeah.
And I mean, I have my certificate and I gotta go finish my class for. I like cooking.
You like cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking for a long time, for 14 years ago.
Okay.
My deal is my job is my work for 20 years ago. It's 14 years.
Okay, that's good.
And it's it. No, I don't have problem now. Everybody, everybody. I like everybody in the world, everywhere. So I never talk to nobody. Well, somebody feel to me, talk to share. I know everybody. You protect yourself.
Right.
Protect you know.
Okay.
But it's it.
So I hope you will watch and listen to my show. It's all about good vibes, culture, spirituality, and mental health. It's a talk show. Okay, thank you. So
So if people talk to share with me, it's no problem with me.
yes,
The problem is when the people not understand
yeah,
and everybody help
I
or need help or need something talk little bit, not
mm,
too much. Sometimes when you yourself need somebody to talk to real life, real talk, real
real
thing.
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You continue to follow the show, but I'm just here, okay? Bye. Oh my gosh, we have a live caller and thank you for watching, Jose. Talagang nagparamdam siya kung anong ayaw daw niya yung tawag doon. Marami nagtatanong sa kanya, maraming gustong nag-live ka di talagang normal talaga may magtatanong talaga sa atin, di ba? So yes, so ganyan ang buhay, talaga live action talaga ngayon si Mother P. Yay! But thank you everyone for watching the show. Talagang napasubo si Mother B ng Inglesan talaga. But anyway, ganito talaga, hindi natin malalaman pag may mga live at may pumapasok para bang, okay, Bombolea, pasok! Hindi pa ako nag-uumpisa sa topic ko, meron na nagko-comment live, tapos meron tayong comment from the other live. But then again, thank you. So, yes, sabi nga ni Tita Zenny kanina, it seems to steal our time when we have so much time in the internet. And then Mother B, you are also in the internet. Yes. I'm sharing to you again to balance our lifestyle. So yes, I'm sharing to you that I did not live stream yesterday because I realized that instead of doing live stream and not sleeping properly, then I have to make sure that my sleeping time is complete to reset my sleeping schedule. Otherwise, I cannot talk, I cannot function, I cannot do this multi-streaming, multitasking. But multitasking is not good, by the way, ha. But yes, I have to focus. So now I'm back, I'm reset, and I'm energized by God's grace. Yay! To all our viewers, whether you don't like talking or whatever, I understand you, I hear you. Yes, there are times that we don't want to connect, but we are in a different space right now. Let's just be aware that this is a different time as compared to 50 years ago. Of course, 50, 60 years ago, hindi pa uso television. Kung uso na, remember, nung nauso yung television, did you watch the Emmys last night, the Emmy Awards, that when Michael Keaton was awarded as Best Actor something, okay, he mentioned his childhood about, he was so amazed when he saw his first television brought by his dad. Okay, and that was one of the reasons that he was encouraged to and inspired to be an artist. So, but he talked about stigma. He was treated well by his parents. That he was encouraged. Bakit may langaw? Uy? Shuplay, don't bother me. He was encouraged by the people around him. He's got a good support group. That's why he became a very good and now an awardee, an actor who won the Emmys last night. No, he talked about his good experience during his childhood, despite of his despite of his being eccentric and all this artistic thingy but he was accepted. Okay, so this is the reason why we have this show. We talk about mental health, brain health. We talk about these things that we need to talk about because it's not being talked about. If it's being talked about, we have a different point of view of this. So it's now time to share. Ay, ano ba yan? Whenever I touch this mixer thingy, this one, my mini mixer, it has different keys. So it has row, B flat. So anyway, so that's how it goes. So yes, our topic today is this is the reason why we are talking about Believe Tuesday. So a few weeks ago we talked about the connection between spirituality and mental health. Why is it important for us to know? At yes, science and the professionals, the experts, medical experts are now accepting that there is really a connection between spirituality and mental health. But since this Mother B show is trying to look at it in different lens, no? Like when you're wearing a pair of eyeglasses, right? Di ba? Naka false eyelashes ngayon si Mother B, flex ko lang. Okay. Thanks to Medusa Electrica for the motivation and the inspiration to wear this para maganda yung eyes natin. Anyway, nasa na ba tayo, Mother B? Where are we, Mother B? We're talking about looking at the issue of mental, brain health, wellness, and how we manage our thinking, how we manage our emotions, how we manage our choices for us to live a better life. Okay? So, why do we do what we do? For us to maximize pleasure, minimize pain, and do the most good. For example, our one of our callers from the Bigo Live show of the Mother B show called me, and then he's wearing a mask and he doesn't want to be seen, but he likes being connected, watching all of this, but he doesn't want people to connect, ask him a lot of questions because he might be going through some stuff. So yun, may mga tao talaga na they just wanted to see but they don't want to be connected much. So I understand you, Jose, been there, done that. There was a time that I don't want to be, going out with friends, and I don't want to be connecting much because I'm still processing what I'm going through, especially when it comes to unemployment, financial wellness. If you're not financially well, of course, there's another thing to process in your mind. So there's a lot of things going on. Intindihin na lang natin yung mga pinagdadaanan ng tao, okay? Wag na i-chismis. The advocacy of Mother B show. Let's talk about it and let's not gossip about it. See, I told you, it's real talk here. Because yes, we might be marites, but this is the marites on a positive level, okay? So, bahala na mag-nosebleed, or bahala na it's kind of difficult for us to understand what I'm saying. Just ask me if you don't understand. That's easy. Diba? Magtanong kang Mother B. Oh, may nag-agree pa ang ating educator from Canada and multi-awardee Phil Canadian. Correct. Thank you, Tita Zenny. Yes. So, we have, we speak the same language. We have the same spectrum. Level up. Yay! True. We always need to level up. Yes. So, because this show is all about improving ourselves, finding a better version of ourselves, make sure that we live a better and healthier life, just like this book. It, use your brain to change your age. Oh my gosh. I'm very interested to read this book. Yeah? Especially when you come to age. And there's no turning back if you are gonna be a golden girl next year. God willing. So yes, kagaya ni Tita Zenny, naku, napakasaya ng birthday niya talaga. Yes. Also, speaking of birthday, happy birthday to Miss Charis Amarilia. Yay! Happy birthday. Shout out today. It's gonna be her birthday. And also the birthday of the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Calderon, Ferdinand Calderon, no? So happy birthday in heaven. So she's gonna be celebrating it together with our friends, and Mother B is invited. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna be having a lunch date today with them. So Happy birthday, Charis! Oh, di ba? Happy birthday, Charis! Yes, yes, yo. And happy birthday to the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ferdinand Calderon in heaven. So, biro mo, maski nasa heaven na, talagang sinicelebrate. Lalo na kung mahal na mahal mo yung tao, right? So, yes, so thank you so much for that. We've already spent 35 minutes with all this introduction and all the interaction. It doesn't matter because this is a talk show anyway, right? So as long as we will not consume 2 hours here in YouTube and Facebook because it's already called webinar. Baka maningil na si Mother Binyan. By the way, the Mother B show in YouTube and Facebook, it's free. It's an advocacy. It's like being enrolled in my class for free, huh? Oh, it's really public service. Happy birthday, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tita Zenny. Happy birthday daw to the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Calderon. Yan. So see, napaka-sweet ni Tita Zenny. I hope you'll be part of the Mother B show very soon. Nako, the world will be excited for you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Tita Zen, for being part. I really appreciate those who watch the Mother B show even for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, but I hope at least a minute or an hour or 2 hours here in Bigo Live because we are continuously streaming worldwide. So I don't know where Jose is coming from. Ayaw kasi sabihin ni Jose saan siya galing. Kasi yes, we respect people's privacy. Kung ayaw nila lang sabihin kung saan sila galing nagwa-watch, as long as hindi sa Mars. Magugulat ang NASA niyan pag meron ng viewer si Mother B sa Uranus at saka sa Mars. At least nakakarating yung mensahe ni Mother B. Mother B, are you there? Okay. Tuesday. Believe Tuesday. So before anything else, let's take a break and we'll introduce to you our topic today, Believe Tuesday. Okay? So yes, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Our talk today is our episode today is blooper na naman si Mother B. By the way, the show is informative with fun factor, ha. Believe Tuesday, that's our episode. Our talk is culture, spirituality, and mental health. Yay! So what's the connection? Okay, before anything else, let's talk about the words for today. The new word for today is culture. Let's ask Tito Google, ha? Uncle Google, what is culture? Okay, mas mabuti na yung si Uncle Google talaga yung pabasahin natin what is the best definition of culture, Uncle Google? Okay, here you go.
Culture can be defined as all the ways of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. Culture has been called the way of life for an entire society. As such, it includes codes of manners, dress, language, religion, rituals, art.
Ano ulit yun? Ano ulit yun na Uncle Google? Let's listen to Uncle Google.
Culture can be defined as all the ways of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. Culture has been called the way of life for an entire society. As such, it includes codes of manners, dress, language, religion, rituals, art.
Okay, so what's the best definition though of culture? Thank you, Uncle Google. See? Sometimes I'm not alone because I have Uncle Google and Auntie Siri here. We have to use technology as well, right? So para pauso naman sa madali. So according to Boston University, culture can be defined as all the ways of life. It's a way of life, right? Including the arts, okay, beliefs, and institutions of a population like family, right? School, church, that are passed down from generation to generation. Okay? Culture has been called the way of life of an entire society. Yes, it's the way of life. As such, it includes codes of manners, dress, language, religion, rituals, and the arts. Okay, that's very, very interesting because if you will say what's the other word for culture? It's a way of life, right? It's your lifestyle, the way of life. That's how you do it, and it's passed on. Remember, the two elements is the way of life, and it's passed on from generation to generation. So right now, Mother B is reading some articles more on the economic history of the world. So I've got some articles that I've been reading. So ano ba yung like I was curious, like what do you mean by generation at this time? When you say generation, at least 40 years, 30 to 40 years. So every 30 to 40 years is called a generation because, from childhood, from birth to death. So if you extend more than 40 years in your life, well, you're already blessed. In fact, 75 years old is already a blessing. So meaning you've witnessed at least two generations of your life. Okay, one generation at least equivalent to 40. So like example, Mother B already has a granddaughter. So it's a generation already after me, my daughter and my granddaughter. Oh, di ba? So shout out to all the lolas there, the granny. Welcome to the granny club. Tita Zenny is a proud granny. Si Tita Lilette, no, is also a proud granny. Congratulations. Yes, so when we're talking about generation, it's a lifestyle, it's a way of life passed on from generation to generation. So culture has been called the way of life, again, for an entire society, for the entire society. As such, it includes codes of manners. We have our rules, our regulations, our policies, how we need to act accordingly in the society. Otherwise, there will be chaos, right? So dress is also part of culture. Like if you'll notice my dress, I'm inspired by the gypsies of Eastern Europe or in Europe. So I like the style, and it's also the culture, the era of like the 20s era, no, yung mga Gatsby. So as an artist, Mother B is also a visual artist aside from a broadcast artist now. Because yeah, you really have to, wear something nice if you're gonna face the camera. Don't just face the camera and do toothbrushing there, okay? Hindi naman sa paglalait, maiba muna tayo ng nag-react lang si Mother B. And sometimes my son will say, "Relax, mommy, why are you so reactive?" Because when I begin to browse the screen in different social media platforms, like for example, Bigo Live, and nag-apply kami as host. I applied officially host sa Bigo Live in J. Hawkins Agency, by the way. Thank you, J. Hawkins Agency, for considering Mother B as one of your talents for Bigo Live. But unfortunately, people just maharap lang sa camera na para bang humaharap lang sa salamin. Oh my gosh. Kako, ganito na talaga ang culture ngayon. That's the way of life right now in this society, in this culture, this time, this age. Because before you cannot just face the camera without preparing yourself and all this crew and all this stuff around you. But now it's different. You can do it alone. You can even do some dancing in front of the camera ng mga audience you do not even know. Right? Nasa na ba ang decency niyan? Oh my gosh. You're hearing from the generation of the past. This is the voice from the past. But you have to be open-minded and understand, because that's where they used to. That's how they're used to doing, because they don't know what was the culture before. Kasi ang culture before, when you become a broadcaster or your host, talagang very dignified talaga ang show. Hindi ka pwedeng talaga mag-twerk-twerk ka lang dyan, harapan sa kamera. Oy! Bitter ka lang, Mother B, kay dili ka ka-twerk. For good vibes only. Anyway, code, manners, the way of doing it. Dress, of course. So, when I was looking at the cover page of all these hosts and everything, like, oh my gosh, talaga naman. Tapos, anak ko, nagrarat si Mother B. Bawal ang nega dito, good vibes lang. So again, let's continue. Language is also part of culture, religion, rituals, and the arts. Of course, people, the people doing it. Of course, it's not just the way. It's the people who are in that society that we have to also think about. So we have a comment from Tita Zenny. Mother B, magyayas ako. Sure. Thank you, Tita Zenny. Yeah, thank you. So thank you so much. I know you're very busy there, but yes. So culture, again, is a way of life. So now, how is it connected to spirituality? So I found a very good article here, okay? So let me share to you this one. Because always Mother B has the portion. Okay, Mother B, basa! Basa talaga ang show, di ba? So, so I'm gonna share to you a little bit of this article. So, I hope it makes sense to, this is what I'm saying. Na if you just read it as is, no, without somebody, without a broadcaster, without a host who will be, help you digest all these scientific and academic journals, your nose will bleed. Yeah, it's actually, it's not literally bleeding, but you're really having difficulty comprehending this unless you really have to focus and study about it. If you're writing a thesis like what Tita Zen is doing, we do have some what we call the conceptual theories and all this operational framework, conceptual framework. When you're writing technical papers, it's really very challenging. And there was a time I used to teach technical writing. It's a different type of writing. It's a different form of writing wherein you're learning communications. You have to learn different business communication, technical communication, whatever. So my job as a mass communicator is to digest it for the public and make sure it's relevant and it can be used according to their way of life. Anyway, if you don't like what I'm saying, you're free not to watch it, right? But if you like what I'm saying, you're welcome to do so, and thank you so much. So I'm going to show to you, this is the information that I found, okay? This is it. Culture, spirituality, and mental health. The forgotten aspects of religion and health. So it's still a part of the topic on spirituality. We cannot separate spirituality and religion, although they are different. Remember, spirituality and religion is different. But then again, when matters of mental health, we have to consider, like what we have talked about last week, that there is a big role of our spiritual mentors, spiritual leaders, our chaplains, our priests, all those who are in that level, in that group of the society, in the community. They can be a first aider, first responder of people with mental health issues. I'm not saying that people who have mental illness only, but in general, people with mental health issues. So if you're feeling depressed, it's a psychological issue. It's an emotional issue, right? Yes. So, but there is also an effect when you're depressed. You don't want to eat. You don't want to connect. There is a social cost to it. There's a physical cost to it. If you continue being sad and you're not motivated to eat, of course your body will be affected. Your health will be affected. So it's all about connected to your wellness, to your total well-being. When you say total well-being, it's connected with your psychology, with your social engagements, right? With your social connections, with your physical, with your biological. So everything is connected when it comes to health, no? Even financial is also critical. Financial health, because if you don't think well, if you cannot decide well already, and then you cannot be, you have problems with being productive because you're not functioning well, you're not thinking well, you're not functioning well. And of course, how will you be trusted to perform the task that your employer or your business will require of you? Mother B, grabe ang English. Oy. Ano nga yun? Ano yun sa Bisaya? Bisayo na to, ha? Para klaro. Importante ang atong pagkasabot sa atong kultura o connection ana sa atong espiritualidad o sa atong mga tinuuhan, ang relihiyon o ang tinuuhan, ating spirituality, dili na siya magbuwag. It's connected. But kinahanglan masabtan nato na all of these things, lahat kining tanan nakakontribute ni sa atong panglawas, sa atong paglambo sa atong kaugalingon, isip tao. Grabe kalawom, no? Sa atong kalambuan isip, sa atong pagkatao, no? Sa atong pagiging tao, kinahanglan we have to balance our spiritual, psychological, no? our physical, atong physical sa atong panglawas, no? O kung dili ta maayo sa atong nilihukan, sa atong panghunahuna, kinsa may mo hire sa atong trabaho? Di na ta kalihok og insakto, dili na ta katrabaho og insakto, o kung dili na kakatrabaho og insakto, asa man kakuhag ika suporta sa imong kagalingon, be? No? Mo inom sa akong tubig kay na bilaukan naman ko eh. Yes, so I'm talking in Cebuano, I'm talking in Visaya. So I just have to make sure that you know what I'm doing. Like, sabi niyo si Mother B nagtatrans? Nag-iiba-iba yata yung lingwa. I speak in different tongues. So that's it. So sa Tagalog po, importante po natin malaman yung kultura, connection ng kultura, spiritualidad, ang ating kalusugan sa pangkaisipan. Dahil pag hindi malusog ang pag-iisip mo, hindi malusog ang iyong decision making, sa iyong emosyon, sa inyong pagplano sa buhay, pag-iisip, paano naman tayo magiging produktibong miyembro ng isang komunidad? Bongga, no? So dili sayon ani magstorya ning tulo ka lingwahe, oy. Oh my gosh. So Google Translator ka na, Mother B? Wa pagani ko nag-in-check o nag-in-Espanyol, bantay lang mo. Anyway, sa title palandaan, mahurot na atong usa ka oras ani. Okay, so what is that? What are you talking about, Mother B? It says here in the article written by Bu Yong Ri MD. So he's the writer, Bu Yong Ri MD. This was published last 2005 at the journal is Science Direct. Okay, let me acknowledge, from the Psychiatric Clinics of North America. Okay, so this is part of his journal. So religious and spiritual concerns with illness and healings are as old as human history. See, culturally speaking, okay, it is as old as human history. Religion, spirituality, healing is as old as human history. Remember when I shared to you about the story of Jesus healing the lady who have bleeding issues for more than 10 years. I guess it was 13 years, bleeding problems, and she was healed because of her faith. Okay, and the blind man. Okay, so there are stories, biblical stories, and how old is the Bible? Around 2,000 years. So it's as old as time. There's issues about religion, spirituality, and healing. And since we are connected with culture, so let's talk about history as well. So human history, the shaman. Okay, this is what I've watched a YouTube TED Talk. No, I watched a YouTube TED Talk a while ago, and this guy from the U.S., who's a human rights advocate and a photographer, professional photographer, was able to venture on a study or a project in connection with, investigating stories of the shaman. Mother B, what is a shaman? Sharo, oy. Shaman man di ay. Shalan di ito. Okay, what is shaman? Shamanism, okay, actually shamanism is a religious practice that involves a practitioner interacting with what they believe to be a spirit world through altered state of consciousness such as trance. That's according to Wikipedia, okay? So I'll show you images of the shaman. Okay, so if you will look at the para we can understand better, okay? We can understand better what I'm talking about. Again, I watched a YouTube TED Talk before I came into the show, and because I was wondering what I'm going to talk about when it comes to Believe Tuesday and how is it connected to our mental health. So now it is a very interesting story in connection with culture, because there is a culture, there is a religious practice called shamanism. Okay, remember, spirituality, religion is different, but it all boils down to the faith of the person who is practicing it. Okay, that's why in this show, I'm not disclaimer. This is an open show. This is a free flow show, but Again, there's no discrimination when it comes to religion or faith. This we are just sharing information. I'm not an expert on this. We're learning in this journey. So our topic is about spirituality and mental health and how it's connected to culture. One of the interesting side of the cultural stories, heritage stories, is there is a practice called shamanism. And how is it connected to mental health? And how can we relate this in the present times? Mother B, napaka-nosebleed naman yan. Ano yung pinagsasabi mo? Hindi, in short, kailangan matuto rin tayo na, when it comes to religion, spirituality, mental health, these stories are as old as human history. Matagal na to. Matagal na. Dapat lang, hindi lang na pag-uusapan. At for you not to wonder why there are people like that. And then you will not judge. That's the thing. Here in this show, we are learning to be more emphatic. Oh, what do you mean by emphatic, Mother B? Let's ask Uncle Google nga. Emphatic. Okay? Yung may pagpapahalaga ka sa feeling ng ibang tao, kung sa Bisaya, sa Tagalog pa. So, what's the word? Emphatic. So, what is the meaning with emphatic? What's the meaning of emphatic, Uncle Google? Let's hear it from Uncle Google kasi mas lang siya eh. Okay, what's emphatic?
Showing or giving emphasis, expressing something forcibly and clearly.
What else? Medyo malabo. Okay. Tending to express to oneself in forceful speech or take decisive decisive action. So, what is an example of being emphatic? Nicole's mother was emphatic when she told her not to come again too late. May emphasis. Okay? Emphasis. Emphatic means not uttered with or marked by emphasis. Iba pala yun. Empathy. Ay, naka. Empathy. Empathy. The word is empathy.
Empathy.
Okay. What is empathy? The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. Yung empathic, may talaga may emotion na involved. Okay, this one is the ability. You have the capacity. Okay, what does Tita Wikipedia said?
Empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within their frame of reference. That is, the capacity to place oneself in another's position.
Okay, ilagay mo yung sarili mo sa kanyang experience. That's it. So, in the Mother B show, since it's a direct to the point show, straightforward show, it's not just sharing information, but we have to learn how to have empathy. Why is empathy important? Because we have to know what they're going through, yung mga pinagdadaanan nila, at para hindi tayo maging judgmental. Dahil yan ang nagiging dahilan ng problema ng mundo. Marami ng judgmental dito. Hoy, gising! That was the show that I apprenticed when I was with ABS-CBN. Kaya tumatak talaga sa isip ni Mother B yung, hoy, gising! So, empathy. Empathy is so important so that we know what other people are feeling based on their reference, no? Sa kanilang frame of mind. Like Jose a while ago, like I understand Jose that he's wearing a mask, he doesn't want to be seen because somehow baka naiistorbo siya sa mga taong, very interested in what he was doing, but I just find it interesting. He was wearing a mask, but later on into conversation, they told me that's the reason. So I understand him. See? So you don't judge him just as is. Kaya bawal yung marites na judgmental. Kasi yung mga marites na ganito, alam mo ba, alam mo sa tingin ko, hindi tama talaga yung ginagawa niya talaga sa buhay niya eh. Kasi talaga mali yun. Dapat ganito yung version. Alam mo, naiintindihan ko yung pinagdadaanan mo. Sige, ano mo lang, flex mo lang, try mo lang. Sige, laban lang Japan. Di ba iba? Iba yung tone, iba yung dating. Yung pagkamarites natin, i-improve naman natin, pwede ba? Okay, ouch! Mother B, ko naman, good vibes only. Remember, this is all about good vibes. Okay, Mother B, ano ba talaga ang topic? Ang topic is an example of culture, religion, spirituality, and mental healing, ilagay natin sa konseptong kultura. So it's a way of life. There is a way of life that encompasses an example of spirituality, religion, and mental health in the story of the shamanism. Okay? So si shaman, I'll show you this. These are in different parts of the world. Imagine, different parts of the world practice this. Okay? It's a religious practice, but the interesting part is hindi naman sila nag-uusap-usap. Wala naman silang United Shamanism Organization. Yes. You know what? Unlike my United Nations, they talk about issues of the nation, but this kind of practice, and that's interesting when we relate it to mental health. And if ever there will be a much deeper study on that, why is it contributing to the healing of the community? Yes. It's a long story. Remember, I'm a storyteller. My forte is more on heritage and culture. But as a heritage and cultural worker and a storyteller, I became interested because in our country, in the Philippines, we also have a similar practice in shamanism. Okay? But iba yung, remember culture, different language, different people, different way of life. But if you come to put it in one basket, they have commonalities, they have similarities. For example, the way they practice is similar. There's always a point person who do that. For example, just to make sure that we have a visual understanding of what I'm talking about. Kasi as teacher, kinahanglan may visual aid. Okay, let's see how the shamans look like so that you will understand. Okay, see, I'll show you some pictures. Okay, do you see pictures of shamanism? Yeah, the pictures who's practicing shamanism. Okay, in general they call it shamanism, but I don't know what's the word in their place. No, iba. Like if you notice, Mother B is speaking in different language. So I came from different places. I came from different culture, but it's intercultural now. So yes. So I've learned that it's my practice, way of life to speak in different language. The same thing is in the culture of the shamanism. That's the way of life from different places. But how is it connected to mental health, Mother B? Okay? Remember, walang judgmental dito ha. We're not here to judge whether they're doing it right or wrong. If it's against your belief or not. We're not here to talk about it, okay? I'm just presenting to you an information that there is what you call a practice in the culture, especially in places like Asia, everywhere around the world. In fact, even in America, they also have this kind of culture. So, and this is written by a doctor that says the shaman was the first spiritual healer who can be regarded as a prototype of modern physician and psychiatrist. So where did he get that information? Oh, diba? So remember, when you are writing a journal or a technical paper, you cannot just say something without finding it from other sources. So according to Dr. R-H-I, okay, he mentioned in his article that the shaman was the first spiritual healer who can be regarded as a prototype of the modern physician and psychotherapist. So when we talk about mental health, and if we look back at culture, if we look back at history, there are already people long before the doctors were called doctors. Kasi mostly sa western side of the hemisphere of the world. Ngayon, we talk about doctors, medical professionals, okay? But long time ago, they don't have existing doctors then. Wala pang university, wala pang school. So what do they have when it comes to promoting healing in the community? They have the shaman. Okay? It's a general word for a person. Remember, now you can get the connection already. So these are pictures of different shamans from different parts of the world. And according to this article, a scientific journal from the Psychiatric Clinics of North America, okay, the forgotten aspects of religion and health, that the shaman was the first spiritual healer regarded as like a doctor during our modern times. Period. Di ba? Kaya lang nakalimutan. Dahil nakalimutan, hindi na pinag-uusapan. Yung iba, hindi na nga pinag-aaralan. They're not talking about these issues. They're not talking about this information that the shaman is a spiritual healer during the time in their community. Again, remember, disclaimer, we're not here to judge any religion. We're not here to judge your faith or whatever. We're just talking about the connection between culture, spirituality, and mental health. Okay ba? Naku, umandar na ang pagka-teacher ni Mother B. Wala lang. Bakit mo pinag-uusapan to, Mother B? Why are you talking about these things? Because I like it. Because I know it will help us to develop our empathy skills, that you will also consider other people's feelings, especially if there are people who are used to this. For example, because when we talk about mental health, okay, unfortunately, a few years back, okay, it became a negative mindset to most of us because we always remember about mental institution. It's negative connotation. No, mental, parang bang mental ka na, parang ganon. In our language, in the Cebuano dialect, like unsa naman ka na, mental ka na day or napuang nakaday. It's not right. I'm doing that before. That's part of my expression, but I realize now, so somehow I'm transformed na hindi pala tama yung ganung magsabi tayo kasi it's discriminating, right? So here in the Mother Bee Show, somehow we learn to be more sensitive of other people's feelings and sensitive of what are we talking about. Because most of the times before it's like okay, but now it's not okay. Oy, it's inappropriate. O, di ba? So we just have to be careful. So knowing and understanding na meron palang ganitong way of life ang mga tao before, even in history, that there is a shaman, a spiritual leader, and then they practice this. So what is the practice? Okay? So the role of the shaman is like a spiritual healer comparable to doctors now. Okay, even now, it's still existing. Shamanic healing, according to this doctor, shamanic healing in ecstasy and the various aspects of shamanism in comparison with modern psychopathology and psychotherapy have been extensively investigated by cultural anthropologists and psychiatrists since the 1950s. Okay, I will make it as simple as possible. So even the experts in psychopathology, psychotherapy, these are fields of studies, okay, have been investigating that already pala since the 1950s. Why is that practice existing even then and now? And how is it connected to the healing when it comes to mental health? And of course, the way they practice it, the way they do the shamanism aspect is very interesting as well. Okay, so with that, these investigations have dealt with the issues of spirituality within the framework of culture and mental health. Okay, except for Sanders' depth approach. But anyway, so just for us to know that this has been studied already, the connection between spirituality and mental health, and in the aspect of shamanism in connection with spiritual leaders during our time. Okay, now, for example, since I'm showing you a Google photos, no, Google photos of different shamanism practices, no. So these are people from different parts of the world, okay? So they're not just in a local place or in a specific place. So you would be wondering, wala pa namang communication ng mga tao noon, no? When it comes to, ano ba yung practice mo dyan? Baka makagaya nga tayo. Hindi. Unlike today, na uso na ang social media, we can just share pictures, videos all over the globe. But before, since it's already been practiced years, history, long ago, they have their own way of practicing healing in the community. Okay? And it's kind of interesting because somehow people believe in them. People believe in them. Hindi pa mauso yung mga clinic. Yung mga online appointment. That's during their time. Yeah? So, you could just imagine the experts are already investigating it, the effects on people. Okay? Now, so why do you talk about it, Mother D? I'm talking about it because we have to understand that there are ways, practices that people believe and then they get healed. Okay? See, it's faith. Paniniwala nila. So even Jesus mentioned to the lady who's bleeding for years, your faith has healed you. Malaking contributor yung faith. So if you try to connect, if you're doing investigation, like, by the way, there's also investigative journalism. And I'm very interested with that. That's why I was with the Hoy Gising Show. It's an investigative program. If you try to dig deeper, oh nga, no? And, in the history of the Philippines, so, for example, in Butuan City, when Magellan came and met the king, okay, way back in 1521, more than 500 years ago, when he met the king, Pigafetta actually asked the king, King Rahas Yayu of Butuan, what was their faith? Who do they believe? What do they believe? Because they thought probably that because it's spiritualism is believing in spirits, no, different spirits, whatever spirits was there. They believed that that was the practice of the king and the kingdom of Butuan then, 500 years ago. And he was shocked because when the king answered, he looked up into the heavens and he answered, "We do not worship anything. And the only one that they worship is Abba." Abba, Jewish word for father. So if you do an investigative, reporting, or you dig deeper on why he said that, he might be influenced long before the colonizers came, long before whoever came. He might be influenced by the Jewish merchants and shared to them the story of Abba because that's what they believe in. Okay? From the Hebrew traders, because the Jewish are traders too. So if you look into the context, the situation, the stories of culture, no, you begin to understand, not just knowing, but begin to understand why do people act the way they do. So I hope you book with one of Mother B's storytelling session when it comes to Philippine history and culture. So that you begin to, and then we will talk different aspects of the stories of pre-colonial and colonial and all those stories about the Philippines. But for now, talk about culture of spirituality, culture of different communities, different societies, different groups of people believing in somebody in their community that have the gifts of healing long before the medical doctors came. But of course, we are living in a different time right now. We have doctors, we have professionals, we have mental health professionals. So we just have to know and understand that, for example, if you have undergoing mental issues and then it's kind of repetitive, it's like affecting your function already, affecting your thinking, affecting your emotion, affecting your decision making, affecting your relationship with others. Well, it's time to talk to a professional, right? So again, the disclaimer of the Mother B show is I'm not an expert here, but I can talk about issues. So probably my expertise is storytelling. I can share stories about these things, but if you have issues and if you want to move to the next level, like if you need help, okay. By the way, this show is encouraging people. If you are undergoing mental issues, psychological challenges, then it's time for you to ask help. Don't hide it, okay? Don't hide it, please. So I'm just encouraging everyone. Okay, because that's the reason why we have mental negative stigma, because of shame, because of guilt, because of thinking that it's awkward, it's not right to say it to other people or to open up my stories, because eventually you're afraid to be rejected or afraid to be hurt, right? So I hope this show is an encouragement to you to open up, but open it up to the right authorities, to experts. Don't just tell your story without being careful of what's the implication. Otherwise, napunta sa cycle ng shame. Kay, there are people who really loves to shame people, especially those who have negative attitude. Remember, what is the heart of the Mother B Show, huh? Remember, the heart of the Mother B Show is this. I just want to share to you, okay? So why are we doing what we do? Because I believe, personally, I don't know with you, but I believe that in Philippians 4 verse 8, it's a verse in the Bible, it says, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, admirable, excellent, or praiseworthy, think about such things. See? When was this written? I don't know. Thousands of years ago, perhaps. But I believe in what it says. Okay? I believe in what the Bible says. That's my personal belief. I don't know with you. But I hope that you will be open up with this kind of system that's in the spiritual world, that we need to connect and believe that whatever is good, whatever is lovely, whatever is praiseworthy, think about such things. It has been told long ago. And why are there people still thinking about negative things? Perhaps they didn't know about it. Or perhaps nobody told them about it. O wala pang mga spiritual awakening. Remember, spirituality. What is spirituality, Mother B? Again, okay, is spirituality. Why am I talking about this in this episode? It's why, because spirituality is relating to, consisting of, or affecting the spirit. It's connecting to your spiritual higher being. If you believe that you are a higher being, you have a special connection with the environment, with people, of course, with the supernatural power. And yes, the purpose of spirituality is for us to learn about our world and how to survive, but less time to learn about we take so much time to learn about our world and how to survive, but less time to learn about ourselves. So learning from within. Mother B, what's Tuesday? What's the Believe Tuesday? Learning from within. How you're connecting to the world. How you're connecting to your environment, to other people. That's it. And how you are connecting to the higher being, if you believe there is. For me, the higher being is Jesus, is my God, is my Savior. How about you? Who do you believe in? Okay? So, baka ang paniniwala mo ay pagkatapos mong ipikit yung mata, tapos na. I don't know with you, but if that's your belief, I respect that. So again, the Mother B Show is a straightforward show, but this is a show with lots of respect. Respect to what you believe in. If that's what you believe in, then that's fine. But I will share to you what I believe in, and if you don't agree, then let us agree to disagree. Agree to disagree, so that we will have peace. For good vibes only, right? I'm already broadcasting for more than an hour. Oh my gosh. So thank you so much. Again, let's take a mental break kasi baka mamaya nag-nosebleed na kayo dyan. Okay, we're now here at the Mother B Show. Time check. We're already broadcasting 1 hour and 18 minutes. Thank you for all our viewers, our watchers from Bigo Live, from YouTube, from Facebook, and to all the universe. Thank you so much. Okay, so what are we talking about? What is the talk about today, Mother B? Again, what is your talk about? The talk is about Believe Tuesday. It's our episode. And the talk is culture, spirituality, and mental health. Why does it matter? Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for all those who have expressed their likes, the support, and thank you for those. Hopefully, you can share beans. You can throw beans in support of the Mother B Show. So it's all about good vibes, sharing good vibes, positivity with all the negativity around the world. So we do what we do. We share this, and hopefully, it will inform you and it will guide you through living a better life, our goal is to promote, to extend our maximize pleasure, enjoy life, minimize the pain, minimize, and of course, do the most good. Thank you, Pastor Ed Lapis, for sharing it to me, that mantra. I really love that, and I'm practicing it. And thank you so much. We're trying hard to be of help to people who needs help. But if you don't need help, that's fine. It's a straightforward show. Yes, straightforward. Bato-bato sa langit at tamaan, huwag magalit. If you don't want to watch, fine. Go and click those who are working or eating mukbang, whatever. What's the worth of your time here? I would like your time to be worth it watching the Mother B show. So that is my purpose. And it's free. It's free. But if you like to support the Mother B show by sending the love, sharing the beans, because our currency there is beans, no? And diamonds, so babongga. But of course, we accept donations in kind, in cash, and in love. We have fundraising activities. Thank you again from our supporters, no? So here, the Mother B show, we already have people na some according to, I will just read the comment of one of our suki, si Marcy Palawan, no? Thank you so much, and to our beloved sponsor, I already received it. See, really. So may nakakatulong ang Mother B show, hindi lang ito puro chikahan, ha? And also, let's pray for Marcy Palawan, because she's gonna be taking the board exam for social workers. Okay, thank you so much, Marcy. Love you, mom. Yes, so we have partner organizations back in the Philippines that we support. Thank you also again to the Peron family of Pennsylvania. Arriving na po ang mga goods in kinds natin sa ating children's ministry back there. Yes. And thank you, Jinx Cuisine, for donating your couch, and for sure it will be used for a good cause. Thank you. See, may nagdo-donate ng sofa, may nagdo-donate ng mga damit. At si Mother B kasi is into, flipping it, buying and selling, para naman pandagdag pambayad dito sa ating apps, no? Kasi binabayaran to ni Mother B. Hello. Mother B, kumikita ka ba dyan sa Facebook? Hindi pa. Thank you, Karen Terial, for sharing me information on how to earn in real Facebook also. Thank you, Jay Hawkins Agency, for helping me, the Mother B show, to be contracted and be a part of the Bigo Live. Kasi kahit pa paano, hopefully after a month, sa kaka-broadcast ko sa kanila, ay meron na akong pambayad sa apps na binabayad ko rito sa YouTube at sa live sa StreamYard, para naman makatagaw-taw si Mother B dito sa Facebook at sa iba pang social media platform. Okay, so again, today's topic was, just mentioning to you, it's a deep topic. It's really, really an interesting topic about the role of spiritual leaders. Even before the advent of doctors in our history, we already have shamans, or in the Philippines, we call them baylan. Okay, so unfortunately, due to colonization, okay, ay nawala, hindi na masyadong na-practice ang ating way of practicing spiritual healing, because they thought of that as witchcraft. That's not, that's sad. Okay? So, it was judged. Na-judge siya. Na-stigmatize. No? Nagkaroon ng negative impact tuloy yung ating mga baylans na to think na malaking na itutulong nila during that time, especially when the community or the men, the warriors go to war, because they pray for them. They bless them. Okay? And if they have problems with kabag or mga stomach aches, of course, sino yung lalapitan nila? Mga baylan, hindi yung wala pa kasing emergency dati. Wala pang urgent care dati, wala pa noon, hoy. Even here in America, the American Indians have their way of practicing also their healing. Okay? So, what is the purpose of saying this, Mother B? For us to respect other people's culture too. Okay, and understand they've been existing, unfortunately, because of the advent of time, the changing of the people, changing of culture, whatever, naapektuhan din yung kanilang practice. So the culture of spiritual healing, no? So that's what the people believed before. no, was affected. That's why right now, good thing. Even these psychotherapists, those experts in the mind are already going back to its track and investigating the connection, the positive impact of these people existing as shamans and bailans and whatever, how it helped the community when it comes to matters of mental health. No difference now in the present times, not only doctors but malaking tulong yung mga pastor, yung mga pare, yung mga madre, and especially those people. No, let's remember to honor the people who goes to the hospital and even with their bravery. No, si Ate, I have Ate Cecil Salas, shout out. Her ministry is going to the hospitals and praying for people who are sick. She's not even connected with them. She's not even a relative, but they spend time going to hospitals and praying for the sick because they believe that when they pray for them, it gives them a better way, a better feeling, no? Yung mabigay mo lang ng makatulong ka man lang sa pag-improve ng feeling ng tao, okay na yun. But we cannot extend their life. We don't have the power to extend their life, but extend their happiness during when they're still alive, then that matters. You become a blessing. And I'm so honored to remember my mom as well. She's now in heaven. That's her ministry too. She goes to friends, no, in her community and pray for them. So, how did I know that? Because those people shared to me when she died. Okay, so it's really kind of emotional for me to remember my mom's passion to pray and somehow pray for people who are sick. Kaya I don't know kung yan ba ang gift ko ngayon. Basta ang gift ko is mag-share ng information. Be a blessing. Good vibes. So our term here when you're in this type of faith-based mindset, the word is blessing. I don't know how you interpret blessing, but doing good to others and being a part of the goodness that you share, whatever is good, diba? Share the good vibes. That's why Mother B Show is here. So we already been broadcasting 1 hour and 27 minutes. Remember, as promised, it won't be 2 hours here in Facebook because it's gonna be a webinar already. Good vibes. So spirituality, culture, there is really a connection. What is our takeaway today? There is really a connection. We just have to understand the stories. We just have to not be judgmental. We just have to be open-minded and try to be in their shoes. Like, for example, if you can imagine those shamans that were discriminated or, na-erase, they were not able to transfer what they've learned. Because the good thing about that, when I heard the story of a TED Talker in YouTube, what is this? Yes po, ma'am. Okay, yes. So shout out. So shout out to Raymond. Thank you to all the FSU students. I'm sorry. Okay, so the good thing about it is we learn to look back at our history, at our culture, and learn to understand that people have different ways of doing things, especially when it comes to spiritual healing. Okay, but at the end of the day, people are healed. People are getting better. I don't know if they're literally being healed, but if they just feel they're better, okay na yun. Kesa naman mamatay sila sa lungkot o mamatay sila sa pain. Even being prayed for, it makes you better to know that somebody is praying for you, right? So shout out to all our ministry partners, to all people who's been praying for Mother B. I owe you a lot and God knows who you are. Thank you so much. I will not be in this journey. I've been through a lot of mental health issues and psychological crisis in life. Given the example, like changing from places to places, moving from places to places in a matter of, like, in 5 years, you transfer to different places 5 times too. Like transferring from one place to another and bringing all your stuff, like packing it for like 3 months before and 3 months after unpacking. Meaning to say, If you do the math, like I live in the US for 5 years already. I'm living in the US for 5 years, and then plus pa dun sa Pilipinas. And then now it's kind of fast paced. I'm talking about my mental health journey. So it's not easy when you're separated with your loved ones, your friends and families, and you go like 7,000, more than 7,000 miles away from home. Okay. The adjustments, the cultural interactions and everything. Oh my gosh. Not to mention the physical challenge. 3 months before, packing. 3 months before moving in, moving out, packing. 3 months after moving in, unpacking. 6 months in a year. You spend 6 months in a year preparing for your moving in and moving out. Then the next year you will be moving out again. How do you feel? Right? So you will really be mentally, physically, emotionally, socially challenged aside from financial challenge. Oy. Not to mention the homesickness. Right? Oh my gosh, there's a lot to think about. That's why mental health care professionals primarily are there to help us focus what we're going through. Psychologists, psychiatrists, and all these mental health professionals and experts, unang role nila is to help you process what you're thinking. Because kaya nga nandun sila kasi tayo na mismo cannot help to process what we're thinking. True. So what I did, I did read books, research, because I'm a communicator, I'm a journalist, so the journalist mode kicked in. Okay, I don't want to be in this situation. I don't want to be dysfunctional. I don't want to be unproductive. I'm gonna use my, existing skill by God's grace to investigate, to research, to study. Thank God, by God's grace. More than 5 years, Mother B is really doing intensive research and, self-help and all this self-care and the understanding, processing what I'm going through. And then I realized, hey, I have to step up because I know there are also people who are undergoing psychological mental health issues, but it's not being in the open because they are afraid to share their stories. So whoever you are in this live stream all over the globe, hey, don't hide. Connect. It's time. If you need help, ask help. If you can still help yourself, help yourself. Know, understand, and process what you're going through. Hindi ka nag-iisa. You're not alone. Mother B is also here for you. I'm not an expert. I'm trying to be certified as a mental health care professional soon, but not now. But I'm here because I've been through that. We might have different stories, we might have different cases, but feeling depression, feeling sad because I'm separated, it's not easy, especially to our OFWs. Overseas Filipino workers. Remember, the show is dedicated also to our overseas Filipino workers all over the globe. Our migrant Filipinos who are Filipinos who are already living in different countries, no? Not only OFWs, but migrant Filipinos. Because I know that they're also going through a lot. Being separated, it's a social cost. Oh my God, it's a social cost. Yan ang cost of being separated from our homeland. There's a lot to talk about, but still, good vibes pa rin tayo, ha? Let's just be practical. Medyo dramatic lang minsan si Mother B. Yes, kasi medyo emphatic lang talaga. With all this emotional. Gusto ko lang kasi ma-express. Peace. Hindi nga. In short, we need to be a blessing, Do the most good. If you undergo these challenges, and I've been through these challenges myself, and thanks to a lot of people who helped me, and thanks to these experts and all this, Dr. Leaf, Dr. Amen, and reading a lot of, scientific journals, and also with our friends who prayed for us, Pastor Recto, Pastor Gary, Pastor Roger, Pastor Ed, Coach Joanne, no? Maring Bebelyn Lasala. I've got a long list of people who's praying for Mother B. Hello. That's why I'm who I am. It's not because of myself, but because of the people surrounding Mother B. Yes. I'm not this person now that you see on camera or in live stream if it's not for the people who helped me in my journey. So special shout out, and also to my students who always inspire me to be a better teacher. I love you all, from Leia Oropa, the first batch of my students, to Richmond Maceda, who's here. See, imagine, I've been teaching since 2000 and 2006 to 2007 up to 2021. Long span. Matanda na pala si Mother B. I'm glad because they're both here in the Mother B show, and also some people that I meet during the outreaches and community engagement, like Marcy Palawan in True Love Waits, right, Marcy? Yes, and during the election time. And Tita Zenny now in Vancouver, Canada. Again, Mother B will not be Mother B without you guys. So thank you so much. And to God be the glory. So cultures, the way of life. So this is my way of life, to be a blessing. And what's your way of life? What part of culture are you in tonight now? Are you in the culture of care or the culture of negativity? What culture do you belong to? What way of life do you belong to in these present times? That's the big question today. Speaking of spirituality, culture, and mental health, and the issue is mental health, the stigma of mental health. They think negatively of people who's undergoing mental health issues. But what culture do you belong to? Culture of care or culture of I don't care? You choose. This is an open forum. Bago mag-open forum, bago mag-webinar na tayo. Okay, it's time to go and it's time to do shout out. Hello, hello, hello. So let's change the mode. Let's change the vibe right now to our shout out vibe. Yes, yes, yes. Again, to transition this, welcome to the shout out time of the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. Birthday to Tita Zenny, sorry. Happy birthday to Tita Zenny of Vancouver, Canada. Yay! Shout out to Charisse. Happy birthday, my love thy neighbor, ang ating sweet Ilongga friend. I'm gonna be meeting today as well. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ferdinand Calderon. No? Happy birthday in heaven. Okay. Happy birthday to all those who are celebrating birthdays. Let me see in Facebook, okay, who's having a happy birthday moment. We need to see who's doing a happy birthday. But again, special shout out to our Suki, some Mother B, and also to Bigo Live audience. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, shout out, we have new Bigo Livers, no? Welcome at Alfonso Solinap, no, of on Bigo Live. Your first time to be in Bigo Live. Thank you, Rafael, Narvin, Alex. And then, of course, Harky, hello. Thank you for sending heart. Thank you for sending all the support. Harky became the biggest supporting by sending 1 diamond. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, your effort, your energy, your love, your gifts for being part of the Mother B Show. You're not just watching Mother B, but you're also helping. If you only knew, you're also helping other people behind the Mother B Show, and hope to feature also our friends, no? The people who are being helped by the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. There was a time when Mother B Show is volunteering. I was a volunteer storyteller to kids also. It's so fun, no? When you see kids that have unfortunate situation and cases, difficult cases in their life, difficult situations, and then you volunteer there as a storyteller. Oh, you can see the glow in their face. Yeah, I miss that. I miss that time. Storytelling under the tree, in the park, in common spaces. I miss that. So thank you, Feeding the Precious, Ministries in Butuan City, to care of Pastor Recto and Pastora Josefa for in having me there as one of your volunteers. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Harkin. Ako, may nagpadala na ng mga diamond, ng mga heart and everything. Oh my gosh. Kasi duty pa ako na a few minutes before I go. But yes, thank you so much. I have to go, and because I have a party today to attend, lunch party sponsored by the Calderon family. Thank you so much. Thank you. And of course, to those who like and share, please continue to share the good vibes in YouTube. Subscribe in our YouTube channel, Mother B Show, the Mother B Show. Thank you so much. And please continue to like. And until then, mabuhay po tayong lahat. So I have to go. Oh my gosh. Ayoko maging webinar to, but still, I hope you enjoy watching the show. Bye-bye! Babu, babu, babu! Okay. See you soon. God bless everyone. Thank you. God bless everyone and happy Tuesday and take care. God bless. Baboom. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. Maniran ako diri ha.